Hey everyone, welcome to Open House. I'm Ricardo Braddick, aka Real Estate Braddick, and today's guest I have.
David Madrid with Infinite Lending.
Nice. So, what do you do exactly?
I own Infinite Lending, but primarily what my main focus is helping and educating aspiring future homeowners and guiding them through the home buying journey. Um, and everyone's different, and yeah, I'm here to assist and facilitate through that process.
Fantastic. So, today we were actually discussing before we came on air was about this NAR lawsuit.
Yeah,
And what's going on with
it's
that.
going down,
And how it affects realtors, and
Yep.
maybe may eventually come down into the lending side.
Potentially.
So, what have you heard that's been going on with that?
So far, I mean, we got a couple settlements already of brokerages that are just, want nothing to do with this. Remax is being one of them on one of the articles at NAR's website, not the
Not right,
one.
not NRA.
NRA. I had done a video when I said that. Remax was one of them that settled for, $50-something million because
Wow.
they want nothing to do with what's, with the lawsuit itself. So
Yeah. Hey, that's smart. If you can probably kind of cash in right there and just wipe your hands clean and be done and then go from there, So that is interesting because I feel it's going to affect, us realtors in business, right? Because that is going to turn, if let's just say this goes through, what looks like is possibly going to may happen. I feel personally, I don't think so. Hey, in the background, if you hear that little kitty cat, is my little son right there whining because we're up here and he's downstairs. Um, it's gonna affect us because think about it. If you don't have to give a buyer's agent anything and expect his client to pay for it, that's gonna be pretty tough to entice people to come and see your listing, right?
for sure. I'm not sending you a client. On the lending side, though, too, I mean, that's a valid fact, right? If you have a listing and I have to bring a client and I'm not getting paid, I'm pretty sure there's probably workarounds that people are thinking about, like seller concessions. Don't try to use those. I'm using those to buy down the interest rate. Okay, don't try to take all my my seller concessions. Okay,
Right, because you only have like either 3% or 6%.
depends on the loan.
Depending
Yeah,
on the loan.
depending on the loan, right? So don't get any ideas out there. All right, those are lenders. All right, I'm just kidding. Just
So I know ethically we're not supposed to be taking somebody to a house that may show a lower commission, but we're humans.
Mhm.
People are going to probably end up doing that.
Yeah.
They're not going to take their client to somebody who's not offering anything and saying, "Hey, you pay for it."
Yeah.
Because now what is in turn it does is it kind of starts involving you. So most likely the industry for lending is going to change.
Yep.
Right? How do you think it might change?
The biggest impact is to buyers is if the seller is no longer paying for buyer's commission, where's that money coming from? Right? If right now we need, the down payment required for the home, if you then now have to pay 2.5, 3% commission for the buyer to represent you as a buyer, then that just means more money out of pocket on your end. And a lot of people, first-time home buyers, the down payment ranges all in, not just the minimum down payment, according to the NAR, is about 6%. So if that's the down payment or a cash to close between everything, that number is only going to go up, meaning now you have to save more money to be able to afford a home, which
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
it's going to be tough.
So I feel that your industry is gonna have to change. Your industry, I think, is gonna have to start saying, "All right, we need to start rolling in the realtor's commission."
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, I mean, right now, if you're doing a purchase, we cannot roll closing costs into into a loan. If you do a refinance, if there's equity enough, then yes, up to certain loan to values that we could potentially do that. But on a purchase, that's tough. And if you're already only putting 3% down of a home's value, to make it simple, at 100,000, you're putting that 3.5%. There's no wiggle room.
Yeah.
Are we going to push people to put, this 100% financing like a veteran loan?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it goes from here.
Well, we'll probably be finding out because I think in October is the next case that's coming through
Correct.
in court.
Yeah.
So as soon as we hear something from that, I'm sure everybody's heads are going to pop off.
Yep.
But, the only thing we can do is keep working, keep doing your thing, what you're doing now,
Yep.
and keep building your clientele. And hopefully, if that part of the industry changes,
Mm.
that there's a help somewhere, right? If it's again lending,
Yeah.
bringing in those costs into the loan, so the buyer doesn't have to come up. If as it is, they're already coming up with something. Now they have to
Right.
come up with a 2-3%, for commission. So
Yeah.
hopefully something gets corrected there.
For sure. So just if you're working with 100% buyers, I would start sharpening your tools, or what do they say, the iron, sharp as iron, on the listing side, because that does change. Then, yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
get a little tough out there
for sure,
as
for
it is
sure.
right now.
Oh yeah, and trust me, man, it's like as it is. If it's already hard just to, because the market the way it is, where the houses are limited, right? There's
Right,
not
inventory.
much inventory, and so that's where it becomes even on top of this. Imagine next year, yeah, it's gonna be a good roller coaster on that
Just add interest rates at 8% or whatever, and just put the cherry on top. Like, no one's buying a house.
one. Hey, man, next year interest rates at 4%. How about that? I'd rather have
Dude,
4%.
I mean, we've been following these economists and these, predictions that we were supposed to be in the 5%, and now we're going the opposite direction of, what we all anticipated and expected. So
But
who knows at this point? I mean, it has to
And as you know,
change, cyclical.
in election years, the party that wants to stay in starts, doing some, finagling so that those can go down and makes them look good. And so maybe prices or rates may go down next year,
For sure.
allow more buyers to come into the market.
Yep.
And maybe also change minds of sellers, because remember, they have that 2-3%, that 2.5-3% interest rate. We're one of them, right? So I have a 2.624. I'm never selling.
Yep. Neither am I.
And many people think that way, I actually did a podcast last week that I was telling them that your other option is renting that house that has a 2.6 to 3%,
Yep.
renting it out. So here's your payment, right? And then you rent it out, make this much. So whatever that difference is, it may come up where if you do buy another house and that payment went up that much, it offset, but you still have that house,
Right.
making income there. It offsets the new house, but you got your new house.
100%.
So I'm thinking that's the other, avenue to go.
100%. Yep.
So, well, I appreciate you coming by, David. This was pretty awesome.
Dude, I love the setup, man. Open house. We're live.
We're live, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah, let's go.
Realestatebraddick, David
Yep.
Madrid,
Yes.
Mortgages by Madrid.
Yep. You can find me on all social media platforms as Mortgages by Madrid, YouTube channel, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, throughout just social media.
Awesome, fantastic. So I just want to let everybody know that you can always comment. We can give you the answers if we have them. If not, we have great people like David
Resources. Yep.
who has the information, lenders and title company, all the good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share, especially share.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Another open house and successful at that. Peace.